Hello and welcome to the another video. This video is about the third test. So yeah, it also has MCQ questions. So let's see one by one. First question is in Stresson's matrix multiplication. The number of multiplications needed to multiply 2 cross 2 matrices is. So the correct answer is option B. And the second question is the Huffman code is a type of. So we know that Huffman code is a type of loosely compression algorithm. In the previous video we have seen. Third question is in Kruskal's algorithm, what is the time complexity for sorting the edges of the graph? So yeah, its time complexity is n log n. Fourth question is about Prim's algorithm and its complexity for finding minimum weight h from a vertex. So its answer is n complex option A. Fifth question is about depth first search. Depth first search can be used to find, and these are the options. So the correct option is the longest path between the two nodes in the graph. Sixth question is breadth first search. So its answer is option A, the shortest path between the two nodes in the graph. Seventh question is dynamic programming can be used to solve problems that exhibit optimal structure and overlapping subproblems. So the correct option is option A. In matrix chain multiplication, problem can be solved using this one, dynamic programming. Ninth question is about LCS, longest common subsequence problem can be solved using dynamic programming only. So yeah, it's also A option. In Stresson's algorithm, the matrices to be multiplied are divided into two equal parts. 11th question is the running time of Stresson's algorithm is, so yeah, its answer is n power 2.81. Moving on to the next question. 12th question is Huffman codes are prefix codes, which means that this one, no code is prefix of any other code. 13th question is minimum number of bits required to represent symbols. Let me zoom out a little bit. So yeah, 13th question is the minimum number of bits required to represent the symbols in a set using Huffman code is less than the number of symbols. So yeah, correct option is option B. 14th question is the time complexity of standard matrix multiplication algorithm. So its time complexity is n cube. In Stresson's algorithm, what is the base case for the recursive algorithm? So yeah, the base case is when the matrices are of order 1 cross 1. 16th question is Huffman codes assign shorter codes to symbols with high probability. Next question, in Kruskal's algorithm, how many times are the edges of the graph sorted? So yeah, only once it is sorted. Prim's algorithm can be used to find the minimum spanning tree of undirected graphs. 19th question is time complexity of BFS, that is breadth first search. So yeah, it's time complexity of order of n. 20th question is time complexity of depth first search. So its time complexity is also order of n. 21st question is what is the time complexity of dynamic programming approach for solving the longest common subsequence problem? Its time complexity is n square. 22nd question is in the matrix chain multiplication problem, the number of matrices to be multiplied is, so yeah, given as the input to the algorithm. So the correct option is option A. 23rd question is what is the time complexity of dynamic programming approach for solving the matrix chain multiplication? So the answer of 23rd question is option D, n cube. 24th question is which of the following algorithm uses greedy approach? So yeah, we have seen in previous videos also Kruskal's algorithm use greedy approach. 25th question is the LCS problem can be solved using, so yeah, DNA sequencing problem. 26th question, the running time of Stresson's algorithm is faster than the standard matrix multiplication algorithm for matrices of size. So yeah, the correct option is option D, 4 cross 4. Next question, in the Huffman code, the average length of a code word is, so yeah, less than the number of symbols. Next question, what is the time complexity of dynamic programming approach to solve the matrix chain multiplication problem? So yeah, its answer is n cube. What is the maximum number of subproblems that needed to be solved in the dynamic programming approach for the matrix chain multiplication problem for n matrices? So yeah, its answer is n square. In the dynamic programming approach to solve the longest common subsequence problem, what is the recurrence relation used to calculate the length of LCS? So the answer of 30th question is option B. You can see the option as, so yeah, next question. In dynamic programming approach to solve the longest common subsequence problem, what is the time complexity to print the LCS? So yeah, its answer is order of n, A option. 32 question, what is the time complexity of dynamic programming approach to solve the matrix chain multiplication problem for a given sequence of matrices? So its correct option is this option, option B, that is order of n cube. It's printed here, so I can't see. So next question, 33, what is the time complexity of dynamic programming approach to solve the matrix chain multiplication problem for a given sequence of n matrices using memoization? So yeah, its answer is option D, which is 2 power n. 34th question, which of the following algorithms can be used to solve the longest common subsequence problem? So its answer is option D, that is dynamic programming approach. 35th question is which of the following algorithms can be used to solve the matrix chain multiplication problem? So its answer is dynamic programming only. In dynamic programming approach to solve the matrix chain multiplication problem, what is the minimum number of scalar multiplications required to multiply n matrices? So yeah, the correct option is option B. 37th question is about the dynamic programming approach to solve the matrix chain multiplication problem. What is the minimum number of scalar multiplications required to multiply a chain of length n minus 1? So yeah, its answer is option B, same as previous one. 38th question is which of the following is not a subproblem of the dynamic programming approach to solve the longest common subsequence problem? So here are the 4 options and its correct option is option D. 39th question is in the dynamic programming approach to solve the longest common subsequence problem has a time complexity of or n square. So the last question is this, what is the difference between Prim's algorithm and Kruskal's algorithm? So you can see that Prim's algorithm, all the options are correct, so its correct option is all of the above, that is option D. So that's all about this video. We have completed 3 test paper. Now the only remaining is end sem paper. So we will see in the next video. Thank you.